Sometimes the deepest pain comes from what we say too soon and what we learn too late. A man was so angry at his daughter for not listening to him. He shouted at her, "You'll regret not listening to me." He didn't realize those would be his last words to her. Here is the story of a father who told his daughter she would regret her actions. It all started when the girl ran away from home. The day before, the girl had come home late, which made her dad very angry. He knew that she was hanging out with some bad people. He had talked to her about it, but it seemed like nothing he said could get through to her. So the day before, when she came home late, he took away her phone and grounded her. But the girl wasn't having it. She argued with her dad, saying that he wasn't being fair. The argument became so heated that the girl packed a bag and ran out of the house, slamming the door behind her. Her dad stood there fuming, knowing that she had gone to her friend's house. But when she didn't come back that night, he began to worry. The next morning, the girl still hadn't returned home, which made her dad even more furious. He started yelling at her mother, saying that she must have done something wrong as a parent. They needed to show their daughter who was in charge. He put on his jacket, then marched out of the house to find her. When he found her friend's house, he knocked on the door. When the girl opened it, she jumped in surprise. "Where have you been?" her dad asked her angrily. "I was just at a friend's house," she replied, looking down at her feet. Her dad was furious. "Why did you go there without telling me? And why did you stay there all night?" he asked her. "I'm sorry, Dad. I didn't mean to upset you," the girl said quietly. She knew that her dad was right. She shouldn't have gone to her friend's house without telling him first. But she also felt like he wasn't giving her any space. "I'm going to my room," she said quietly. She walked past her dad and upstairs into her friend's room. Her dad stood there watching her go. He knew that he had raised his voice too much, but he was so worried about his little girl. He wanted to make sure that she understood that he would always be there for her, no matter what. He wanted her to know that he loved her more than anything in the world. But sometimes you need to show your kids that you love them by letting them make their own mistakes. The girl stayed in her friend's house for 2 days. The whole time her dad kept calling her friend's parents to see if she had come home, but she didn't. On the 3rd day, her dad went to her school to ask the principal if he had seen her, but the principal said that he had no idea where she was. The dad was starting to get really scared now. He didn't know where his daughter was or if she was okay. He thought about calling the police, but he didn't want to scare her. He knew that she would run away again if she saw the police coming for her. So he decided to keep looking for her on his own. He asked all of her friends, but none of them had seen her. He went to all of the places that she liked to go to, but she wasn't there. After 3 long weeks, he was still looking for her. He never gave up hope that he would find her. He kept driving around the city, looking in all the parks and asking everyone he saw if they had seen her. He was exhausted and didn't know what to do. Then he remembered that she had a favorite place to go to when she was sad. He drove there as fast as he could and ran inside. There was no one there but an old lady sitting in a rocking chair. "Have you seen my daughter?" he asked the woman. "I'm looking everywhere for her, but no one knows where she has gone." The woman looked up at him and smiled sadly. "Your daughter is here," she said. "She came here every day for 3 weeks. She would sit on that bench and cry. She told me that she had nowhere else to go and no one loved her anymore." The dad felt his heart break. He didn't know that his daughter was hurting that much. He had been so focused on finding her that he hadn't stopped to think about how she might be feeling. He had been so angry with her for running away that he hadn't taken the time to look after her. Now he was worried that she might be in danger. The old lady stood up and walked over to the door. "I'm going to take you to her," she said. The dad followed her outside, and she pointed to a small cottage at the end of the garden. "She's in there," she said quietly. The dad walked towards the cottage, his heart pounding in his chest. When he got closer, he could hear his daughter crying. He knocked on the door, and a young girl opened it. "Dad," she whispered. She was crying so hard that he could barely hear her. He pulled her into a tight hug, burying his face in her hair. "Oh, my sweet baby. I'm so sorry. I should have listened to you. You were right. I was wrong. Please forgive me," he said, his voice cracking with emotion. She looked up at him with tears streaming down her face. "Of course I forgive you, Dad. I know you didn't mean it," she whispered. He held her close and rocked her gently. He couldn't believe how much he had hurt his little girl. He had been so angry with her for running away that he had forgotten what was really important. He had forgotten that his daughter loved him more than anything in the world, and that he loved her more than anything else. As the days passed, the girl's dad apologized to her every day. He knew that she would never fully forgive him for what he had said to her. He knew that she would always remember the pain that he had caused her, but he hoped that she could find it in her heart to forgive him someday. He promised her that he would never yell at her again. He would never tell her that she would regret her actions, because he knew that sometimes the things we say can hurt others deeply, even if we don't mean them. The girl forgave her dad. She knew that he didn't mean what he had said. She knew that he was only worried about her and that he loved her very much. But she also knew that she had made a mistake by running away. She should have talked to him and tried to understand why he was so angry. Instead, she had run away and hurt him. She promised herself that she would never do that again. Now, whenever the girl's dad gets angry, she reminds herself to be patient and understanding. She knows that he loves her and that he only wants the best for her. She also knows that she loves him and that she would never want to hurt him intentionally. They both learned a lot from their mistakes and grew closer together because of it. Sometimes it can be hard to understand why our parents get angry or why they make certain decisions. But it's important to remember that they love us and that they only want the best for us. If we can remember that, then we can be more patient and understanding with them. We can also try to talk to them and listen to their point of view. By doing this, we can strengthen our relationship with them and create lasting memories together.